Hi everyone, this is Tonya. I'm so excited. I make videos twice a week on planning, organization, and small business. And today I want to talk to you about the Franklin Covey pouch page finder, which you see right here. The pouch page finder is essential in the Franklin Covey system, and I highly recommend it. As you can see, they call it a pouch page finder because it's more like it's like a bookmarker, but it's clear and it has like a pouch. Can you see that flap there? And the pouch allows you to stick in a sheet called a weekly compass. The pouch page finder also has measurements along the side here as a ruler. And you'll be surprised, I use this quite a bit, the ruler here. Let me make sure you can see that. I use it quite a bit. I didn't think I would need a ruler that often, but I actually use it a lot. Or I can use the straight edge if I need to make a straight line. I often use it for that. But this is a very, very handy and effective tool for your planner. Now, the whole idea with the page finder is that, let me show you here. For example, I have a day on 2 pages for the Franklin Covey planner. And real quickly, you see here my appointments over here. Whatever I want to track here, I track my Weight Watcher points here. You can track what you want, water, working out, anything. Your appointments go in this column, and over here are your notes. So this is a typical day for me, how a typical day would look. This page finder does not move from this page until my items are done. Something has to be done with each one of these items before this moves. And that's what makes it effective, because if for some reason I get busy, and we all get busy, and let's say I don't have time to come back to my planner and check off items, or it's been a day or two and I haven't written in my planner, which is not I at least write in my planner every day. But let's say I haven't had a chance to check off these things. It could be that I just didn't have time. This is the, real quickly, this is the legend for your to-do items, but all these items must have some type of status on them before you can move this page finder. So we have here completed, forwarded, deleted, delegated, or in progress. So once all these things are dealt with, that's when this moves. And this, if I open my planner and I want to know what day it is, it drives me crazy if my page finder is on the day before. It makes me deal with these items because I know I can't move this page finder until these items have been dealt with. And that's the great thing about using a paper planner as opposed to your cell phone for keeping up with some items. Because with your cell phone, when your reminders pop up, what do? A lot of times I just kept hitting dismiss, snooze, dismiss, snooze. Yeah, if I'm in the middle of something, dismiss, snooze, snooze, snooze. And I become numb to all the notifications after a while. This makes me deal with what I have to do. And I love it. So once you've dealt with these items, then your page finder can move to the next day. As you can see, the page finder has these notches here on the side. They are easily removable for the ring. I have the ring bound planner here. I believe these are also available for the wire bound planners as well, but they're made differently. Instead of the notches, it's made differently. This, when it goes in, it's easy to go in, and it stays. So I can flip this upside down, do whatever, and this stays in very securely. And it's also easy to remove from day to day. Now let's talk about what is in the pouch. What piece of paper here? This piece of paper is called the Weekly Compass, which can be found on the franklinplanner.com website. And its purpose is to make sure you keep in mind those things that are the main thing. Franklin Covey has something called Sharpen the Saw, which means that you identify your values and make sure your actions line up with your values. For example, I found as I was filling out the Franklin Covey goal pages, which I'll do a video on that, that I value family. So it would make sense that I do some type of action each week that has to do with family. It's easy to get lost and involved in all our day-to-day activities. You might need to, oh, I got to pay bills today. Oh, I got to run to the grocery store. Oh, I got these things to do at work. I have this, I have that. I'm running here. I'm running the kids to this recreational activity. There are so many things that take our time, but we need to make sure we keep the main thing the main thing. And this ensures that every week you are taking action for your main things. So we're going to go over the roles here. And in the Franklin Covey system, you identify your roles. For example, I'm a spouse. I've been married for 20 years and I want to stay married. So one of the things I value is being a spouse, and I'm in that role. So what can I do? And it says up the top here, what is the most important thing I can do in this role this week? In the spouse role, the most important thing I can do is attend a funeral with my husband. Now, I got to tell you, before I move on here, you'll see this is an old date up here. I'm really bad about changing this weekly. I sit down and do most of my planning on Sunday nights for the week, and I'm really bad about changing this. This is about 3 weeks old, but I found that my roles are the same every week. I'm always, hopefully a spouse, so I kind of keep this the same. I've kept it the same and I've been okay, but I do need to change this. Moving on, the next role I am in is a parent. And as a parent, I put here to call my older son. I have a 22-year-old and a 10-year-old, and my 22-year-old doesn't live at home anymore, so I need to call him. And I have here, he's interviewing, so I wanted to give him some interviewing tips at the time I wrote this. The next item is a small business owner. I have 2 small businesses that I do on the side, and I put here the most important thing I could do this week is send some postcards for something. The next thing, an employee. Well, I didn't want to put employee down at first, but I thought, no, it's important to put down employee because that's where the majority of my income comes from. Although I have desires for, entrepreneurial desires, it's important that I maintain my role as an employee because that's where our benefits are. That's how we get our health insurance and all those types of things. So I put down for my role as employee to be as helpful as possible on a project at work. And then my role as a daughter, and I put to make sure I call and speak to my mom and dad that week, because sometimes, like I said, we get busy and we need to make sure we reach out and make time for the people that mean something to us. At the top of the weekly compass, it has you also each week to think about what's the best thing you can do for yourself and physically. And I put workout 3 times a week. Social and emotional, I put down to call a friend. What's the best thing I can do this week mentally? I put continuously smile. I don't know, for some reason when I actually physically smile, it just makes me feel better mentally. And sometimes when I'm just riding in the car by myself, I will physically smile and it just makes me feel so much better. Next, spiritual, and the most important thing I can do spiritually this week I put was to attend church on Sunday. So I hope this gives you an overview of the weekly compass and its importance in your planner. If you don't have a Franklin Covey planner, I don't know if this will fit in other planners. I would assume so. If your planner is compatible with the 7 rings, the Franklin Covey 7 rings, you can probably use this Pagefinder. I bought this Pagefinder, I don't think I mentioned it. I bought this Pagefinder on the franklinplanner.com website, and I've also used this Pagefinder in a 3-ring binder. So if you have 3 rings, it will fit. It'll be a little loose, but it will fit in there just fine and it will not fall out. If you have any questions or if there are additional items you would like to say or like to add, I appreciate all comments. Thank you so much for watching.